Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks Live Toy Talk Show. Tonight we're going to talk about that CGI He-Man version of the Castle Grayskull playset being revealed by Mattel. We're also going to do a roundup of most of the Toy Fair reveals, like Playmates finally doing a new TMNT figure, but then Neca dropping their own version that looks way better. We're going to share our latest toy hauls, try to Stump John, all of that and more tonight on Toy Geeks. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me, as always, on this journey of Toy Geekery, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my good friend John. John, how you doing tonight?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited. Literally 10,000 different Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle things got unveiled in the past couple days. And, so much so that the lead topic is the Grayskull, which I think is awesome. Really excited to talk about it. But, you and I are kind of debating between what the main lead should be. And I even had artwork made up for some of the TMNT, so I'll share it right now. Neca slams Playmates toys. But trust us, we'll try and dig into as much of the Toy Fair, quote unquote, Toy Fair reveals. But we're leading with this CGI Castle Grayskull. And if Mattel takes us out while we talk about it, whatever. This is where it is. All right, let's say hello to the chat. It is hopping as always. We've got it's like when you have to take a minute to scroll all the way up.
Oh, wow.
Robert is here. Throwback Turtle, B-Town, Jason, Trevor. We've also got Michael Wade, Gervais, Map Room Gaming. Notice me. I noticed you, Map Room Gaming. Let's see. Jack Lord is here. Jeff Morris, J Max, Nick Dillinger, VCG Cosplay, Space Cowboy. I'm here to watch Genie live stream and chew gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. Well, glad you're here, Space Cowboy. Nelson A, Phineas Bog, David V, Evil Villain, Darth Maximus, Puerto Geekin, Alex Martinez, Justin Moen. Let's see, Thanos Copper, Adam Smedberg, John Rhodes, Carlos, Gotham Stalker, Nightmare is here, David Netherton, All Music Fan is in the house, Brandon TV, Bearded Toy Guy, Matt Bush, I think I did just on the right, but that's fine, I'll do it again, Darthier, and here we are, born to be kings, we are the masters of the universe. Listen, John, you're Stump John today. Dartherian sent it in, and you should be afraid. Be very afraid. I don't know if you'll get a single one. I think if you get even one of the ones that Dartherian sent in, it'll be a win for you, my friend. So I'm
very intrigued.
Yeah, I was just like, oh man, I don't know if John's gonna get it. But yeah, so just stick around for Stump John at the end of today's episode, because Dartherian brought the heat for that tonight. G Samsonite, comic book fan, Jason, Mike, Alico. I read it again. If I mess it up, Mike, I'm so sorry. Let's see. I think I did free reign, but I'll do it again. Toy and Fun. Ryan Dole is here. Comics 1017. Rohin, G Samsonite, I Brandon 3G. Holy moly. Black Box Studio, Tony T. We also got Kayla Silva in the house. Jason is here. Lurch, Dave J is here. Jack Knight and Todd Smith, Jace, Black Phoenix. Holy, I miss Matthew Lynch. Where is he at? Matt Lynch, Flash, Cobweb is here. Let's see. Oh, I gotta delete this one because that's probably a bot. Let's see, block user. These bots are going crazy. I'm blaming Craig from Yes Have Some. That's just what I'm gonna do. Rosemont Car Company, Charlie Weaver, Bull 80, Hit and Run. Jamalyn, I Want My Vintage, Jeremy, Jordan, Andy Silva. The Silvas are here in droves. Sean, Joseph, Michael Palmer, Gabriel, Michael Miller, JMT. I think I did Matt Lynch, but I'll do it again. Toy Art, Travis Cox, Bacon McShig, Galactus, the Sledge, G Samsonite, and Lando, Scott Baker, Eric Moniz, and Ryan Dole. Oh my God. Oh, Steve Zimmerman. There we go. Patrick Stewart. It's not a bot, I swear. Oh, that's good. So Proton Pack is not a toy. Is here. And Ken Toy Connections is usually here. Maybe I missed him, but he hit 1,000 subscribers today. So congrats.
Awesome.
Exactly. Craig needs to wash his hands after his flea market pickups. Yeah, I know. I just listen. I I've been watching his YHS cardio where he's been opening up these Star Wars packs. I don't know if you've seen them, John.
Yep.
But I love opening up baseball cards or just cards in general. And he's been doing these Star Wars packs that are like really expensive. I think they're like $60 or something a box. And it's just one box with one autograph in it. And it has been some of the most compelling TV that I've watched the past few nights because it's so stressful because he is each one you're opening and it's not some big hit or something like that. Anyways, I highly recommend it. Check it out. Yes, have some. It was just so
it's fun. I watched one of his wrestling ones. And I know zero about modern wrestling. Nothing at all. But it was still a ton of fun to watch because it's opening cards. It's great entertainment.
Money. It's Craig's money, not my money. So I just it's like, oh, okay.
I mean, there was still names in there I recognized.
Yeah.
Because there was like heritage ones or whatever they were.
Oh my God. Well, the Star Wars one tops, man. They're just ruthless because I swear he got like 17 imperial dignitaries, or not the equivalent of an imperial dignitary. All right, the like goal for today. My toy hauls this week kind of sucked, but I've had a few Origins figures just sitting here. So I've got my my Stridor, I've got my Mosquitor, and I've got a couple of these Eternian Palace Guard sets. So if we hit 150 likes this week, I will do a live unboxing this week for these Origins toys. So there is your goal, everybody. Hit that like button if you haven't done it yet. We don't quite have 150 in watching us just yet, but it'll build up as time goes on. So definitely check or hit the like button if you want me to do a live unboxing of these MOTU Origins toys. All right, John, enough with the yammering. Let's get to the hammering. Would be nice, but it's not relevant. Grayskullarian. So, well, gosh, it was a little while ago, right? That we did an episode around a possible new Castle Grayskull being dropped by Mattel. I don't think I have the thumbnail here, but we did a little while ago. And it was kind of like, okay, is it going to be the CGI one? It would make sense if it's the CGI one. But I think it was being pegged at like 140 something bucks or something like that.
Yeah.
Which we thought was like insane. So it was like, it has to be the biggest playset ever. Well, at an investor's call, Mattel analyst call, or something like that, they showed their new Castle Grayskull, and it is for the CGI show. This was on toynewsi.com. There's a link in the description if you want to follow along with us at home. But it is pretty darn cool, even if I really highly doubt this thing's going to be 140 bucks. I just don't see that price here. But it's pretty big. It has a lot of features. And Toy News, I actually had a video of it, and I kind of pulled it here so that we can watch it. But you know, it's a different look. I kind of liked it in the show. In season 2, or at the end of season 1, you know, hashtag spoiler alert, it kind of disappeared. So it seems like Castle Grayskull is going to be like its own floating fortress or something like that. And this place set looks to actually kind of exemplify that. But let me play the video here of it as well, so y'all can kind of see this thing in action. Because it's pretty darn cool. I you know, it's different, you know, but we have the Origins and we got the OG one, or you know, we've got classics, we've got Origins, was a great recreation of it. Let's do something different, and here it is. Let's take a look at it. And so it has, you know, the side turrets kind of pop off, and they're like little sky sleds, which is pretty cool. And they shoot little bullets. The jaw bridge comes down and extends, which is pretty cool. And it has kind of light and features. There's a trap door, kind of, which is pretty cool, and a bunch of different lights and sounds that are a part of it. John, I think I sent you the news about this set. But what was your thoughts when you first saw it?
Immediately, it was so different, but still similar. Like you look at it, and you're like, oh, that's Castle Grayskull. Like they threw some different design aspects in there, but obviously from the cartoon. But it looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little Imaginext, sort of like the way that they've been doing a lot of the Imaginext stuff.
Sure.
It looks like it would just fit in with that line.
Yeah.
With anything from there. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they're going for, it looks like it's actually pretty big. I'm glad they're going that way, but of course the price point's going to reflect that.
Yeah.
But I'm happy we're getting a Grayskull that looks a little different.
Yeah.
We've had 4 from the vintage, 2000X, classics, origins.
Yep.
All pretty much the same.
Yep.
It's, a book style, opens up one wall, one front.
Yep.
All very similar. Now new Castle Grayskull to put on the shelf. Awesome.
Yeah, and I think that's where this is, and I understand people's sentiment. If you don't like the show or you haven't seen the show or you just don't like the style, which is fine too.
Mm-hmm.
And again, compared to the OG Grayskull, of course it's not going to compare. Nothing can compare to a classic like the original Grayskull.
Yep.
But I will say the Origins Grayskull is like that perfect hybrid of a bit of modern, a bit of classics, a bit of original in one whole package.
Mm-hmm.
And there's plenty of them apparently. So you can get one for under $80 and it's a fantastic Castle Grayskull. My kids love it. It's a great Castle Grayskull. So you have that option if you don't dig this. And I think that's what makes this even better, because it's not like we haven't had MOTU in however many years and this was all Mattel gave us. And then I think maybe that sentiment of this is so different. You ruined my childhood. I'm not saying that's what everybody's saying here, but that type of response, I don't think you have that, because you got the areas right there. You got the old school style one. Mm-hmm. And then you got this really cool new looking one.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you think about it, the Origins Grayskull, when you put yourself into the shoes of the people at Mattel, they're going to say, all right, it's a kid's toy, but we're making it for adults.
Mm-hmm.
In this instance, it's a kid's toy, but the adults are going to be the ones buying it. I bet, this is just another kid's toy put out by Mattel. It's not, this really is not going to be marketed for the adults. For us collectors, we're obviously going to buy it because we are fans of the property. We're completists.
Yep.
We are gluttons for punishment. We can't help it. But, it's a kid's toy.
Mm-hmm.
It's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be full of action features, lights and sounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just like the 2000X Grayskull.
Yeah.
That was, lights and sounds, interacted with the figures. It was a good set, but a lot more collectors bought it than kids.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. And again, I'd be really curious because, Zach, who's my oldest son, he's going to be turning 8 this year. Him and I watched the CGI show and he really dug it. And then the rest of my family started joining and started watching it too. Everyone liked it. Zach liked it a lot though. And but he really likes the Origins Grayskull. Mm-hmm. And to me, when I'll definitely be getting it and reviewing it here on the channel. But the thing I'm really curious about is just to see how he plays with it. And I think that'll be kind of the true test in my mind, I guess, because he loves the Origins Grayskull. He loves the elevator, the weapons, the throne that does the track, everything we loved as a kid, he loves in the Origins playset, right? Mm-hmm. So it carries over to current generations of kids.
Yeah.
And so I'll be curious to see. This is definitely a different take, a more modern take, or at least just representative of the Grayskull we see in the show. And again, the Grayskull in the show is a lot more than just this kind of front facade. I think this is representing probably what we'll see in season 2 as well, if Grayskull's kind of moving around and stuff like that. But but there's a huge throne room inside this thing. It's very expansive once you get inside, but this isn't that. But I'll be curious to see if the play features of this Grayskull excite him as much as the Origins Grayskull, which is essentially just kind of an upsized version of the original. Mm-hmm. And that to me will be the real test to see okay, does this appeal to kids the way it's supposed to, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. The Origins Grayskull, the first vintage one, the gimmicks are so basic. There's no batteries, there's no anything.
Yeah.
It's a string and levers, and that's it. There's nothing to it.
But my kid loves it. Like it still works.
Yeah. Like do we need all these lights and sounds, gimmicks, electronics for it to be successful? Could they have just done a playset with no gimmicks, no extra frills?
Yeah.
And be successful. And I'm curious, that little key slot. I keep looking at that. It's
is
that where the power sword goes?
It must be, because it's about power sword size.
It's
go away. Get out of here. That there we go. That little guy right there.
But it will be disappointing if there's nothing on the other side that we can't see.
I don't think there is, to be honest. Like where would anything go? It looks like there's barely a platform. And I guess it looks like it extends out. So you have the drawbridge pop out, which is cool. And then these platforms, send out to the side here.
Yep.
It looks like that's the steering wheel or whatever for the Grayskull. And then it looks like a control panel right here. And then you've got these two turrets out front that turn into little sky sleds. And then, you've got this kind of battleground in the back. And then I guess there's a trap door, but he just looks like he just falls off back in there. There's nothing there. So really, it's not to me, it seems more like a spaceship Grayskull than a Grayskull castle.
It's like the new Starship Eternia.
So, and did that? Hold on, let's see. Was that what that? Okay, yeah, you're right. Look at that. Okay.
Oh, so they do put the sword in there.
Yeah, So you put the sword in, and that drops the bridge. That's pretty cool.
It is cool.
So thank you, Michael Miller, for calling that out. And I think the open design allows kids to play them more freely. Absolutely. Again, I think I need to do like a social experiment and just have the Origins Grayskull and the new Grayskull like on a table or something, and then just like bring my kids into the room, just like play. And
which one?
Right? And don't say anything. Just be like, hey, what do you want to play with?
Let's focus group these Grayskulls. Can we get Tom Hanks in here?
I don't get it. A building turns into a robot. I don't get it.
Yeah. If anything else, if this is not fun for kids to play with, it will be a very expensive shelf for our figures.
Yeah, so is it going to be $140? I don't see how this thing is $140.
I don't see it either, but I mean that's what we saw for a price. That's what
yes,
shot us to this, assumption at first that we were getting a play set. I'm gonna say it's gonna be north of $100.
Oh God.
Because everything's gone up. Everything's gone up so much in 6 months.
I guess you're right. I just don't.
Hopefully it comes with a figure, an exclusive to justify it a little bit more.
Yeah. I don't know. If it's $140, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, all this stuff dropping just hurts this weekend because it's so much stuff. Jason, Jay, that looks like a steering wheel, but also looks like an axe. Absolutely. Maybe it could be both, I think it could absolutely wear a cursor. Yeah, I think it could absolutely be both. Again, I think the sword for the bridge is pretty cool. Let's see. Blind gray, exactly, a blind Grayskull test. Let the kids decide. Take the grown-ups out of it. Take all of us angry nerds out of it. Let's see. Transformers Castle Grayskull. So exactly. What's fun about playing with a building? Now, Puerto Rican, Geekin, I like this idea. It could be modular playset. They'll get additional components in the future. That would be really cool. Because in the show, there's kind of this is kind of the front of it, right?
Yep.
And then there's this kind of middle section that has like floating rocks and stuff, and it's in space. And then I think it goes into like a throne room, and that's where it's kind of encapsulated as like, moving stuff in the sky. Like, it'd be really cool if they had like did this section and then like the middle section and then another section. Then you could have this really cool big Castle Grayskull playset. That would be so freaking cool.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
What if this thing sells like gangbusters?
It could. It could. It's putting up some big numbers.
Whew. That's a lot of money for a gimmick. I agree. I think 140 is a lot. But I've already committed to buying this thing, I guess. Yeah. So hit that like button.
But I mean, if they put it out at Christmas time, I assume it's going to be out sooner.
Yes.
But if they put this out at Christmas time, parents, they tend to not see the price tag as much as just seeing the goal. This is what they want. We got to get it.
Yep. And just going to the end here. This play button is just out of control. You can see, I guess it's a weapons rack. So there's a sword, and an axe. It'd be cool if it was both a steering wheel and an axe, though. I don't know. Because again, this thing is floating in space, right? I think we saw in the trailer. Let's see. Yeah, the price of 2 Origins. Yeah, again, if it is that expensive, I just see it as maybe one of those like flex holiday, Christmas things, right? Where they always have those big play sets that are obnoxious. Like, we got one for Alex this year. He really wanted that Hot Wheels monster truck one. And it's a lot of fun. It is a great, the monster trucks that they this year has like a volcano, and it shoots and launches Hot Wheels monster trucks and regular Hot Wheels cars in this big loop-de-loop, and they fall into a blowing up volcano, and then a T-Rex like jumps out of the volcano and eats a monster truck, and there's like a normal monster truck rally area on the bottom. It's insane. It's by Mattel. It's huge. It's like 2 feet tall and 3 feet wide, but it was $99 with electronics, lights, sounds, interactivity, all this crazy stuff. It was $99.
Okay.
And so, so much bigger than this, much bigger. Like this is 5-inch scale, so I think it's going to be a pretty sizable playset, but much bigger than this. And it was 99. It was 110. I think it was $99. Maybe $99, 110. Maybe it was on sale or something like that.
But still, if this is true at 140, 150,
yeah,
that's kind of high.
I feel like it should be like $99.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess. I hope it comes with a Rancor Keeper. Hey, listen, learn from Hasbro's mistakes,
Yeah. Yeah. You want to sell these Grayskulls? You're on a Rancor Keeper.
Yeah. You're right. The Snake playset is $30. This has a lot more electronics, a lot more of a playset for sure. Trapdoor, pop actor. It's in the back. Like if you saw it here,
it's kind of just like a railing that falls.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, you can battle on the top, I guess, and yeah, it just kind of falls down. It's not as cool as the throne room one, for sure. For sure. Yeah, $89.99. For sure, I could see that. Jay walking around the room with a handle mic discussing the children's decisions in front of him. Kevin, this is a cool gateway to exactly make it modular, and you can do the different sections. I don't know, Mattel, just do it. And they're like, sure, Jay, that'll be $700.
Yeah. You want a floating rock room? That's gonna be north of 500.
Oh my god! Will it come with a figure? It better. If it's expensive, it better. And yeah, that's why I'll wait for clearance. Like again, with any of those kind of big, Christmas holiday play sets, and again, they kind of expand the Target or Target and Walmart's holiday section or whatever, but then they clearance it out so they can get it back to normal size. So you can usually get insane deals for sure.
Yeah.
No,
pick this up on Black
no
Friday.
Grayskull. What's that?
I said pick it up on Black Friday from Amazon.
Yep. It has no insides. Agreed. This looks like a slime pit to me. It kind of has that vibe a little bit for sure.
Mhm.
Push on the top or whatever. It can't be that expensive. There is no way. I agree. That's really pricey. 140 and no cardboard cutout for world building. Oh my god. I'll save my money for an Origin Snake Mountain. Hopefully we get an Origin Snake Mountain. Have we heard anything about that? I haven't heard anything about that.
Nope, nothing.
I'd love it though.
It's been pretty quiet on Origins front lately.
Yeah, it has. Unnervingly so. $1, Bob. All right, yeah, let's do it, John. Final guesses. What do we think? I'm gonna say, it's Price is Right rules here. I'm gonna say $89.99 with a Black Friday deal of $75, but $89.99 is my final guess.
I'm gonna go $119.99.
All right, $119.99.
Yep, with a Black Friday deal of $100.
Oh, dang! You're not even getting under $100 for Black Friday.
Nope.
All right,
I still think it's gonna be more money because, like someone said, that Snake Attacks playset is $30.
Yeah,
there's very little plastic in that thing.
There is. You're right. But no, you're right. Okay, all right. So you're saying 119 with a Black Friday
of $100.
You're not even going to do $99.99. You're just saying 100 even.
Yep, 100 even.
Okay. All right.
Even at Walmart when they end everything in 6s and 8s.
All right. Okay. All right. So people in the chat, what's your guesses? Your final guess? Where are you at? Let's see, $8.99. I can pull. VCG Cosplay says 130. My God, John. Space Cowboy $85.99 with Pack and Sorceress. Andrew Naismith. Wishful thinking. That'd be great. $46.29.
That's a year from now. Clearance at Target price.
Yes, that looks like more like clearance prices. Third Degree $79.99. $150 with a free Origins Eternia included.
That's the packing. You get a mail-in coupon for Eternia.
Richard Peppers, I guess 70. Just under the Origins one. We'll see. $71.99. No more. We got a couple $1 bobs. I'm calling it $129.99. $74.99. Give it to me with a crisp 20 and I'll take it. 100 even if it's 99, you lose according to price. Exactly. It's the Price is Right rules. But John,
I know. I'm gonna stick to 100.
That's the Black Friday deal though. You're saying $119.99 for that. 120, right, 74, 99, 80 to 90 bacon mixture. Tree Fitty. That Dragon Womp about Tree Fitty. $59.99 and a bag of bones. Roberto Colon $94.99. $69.99. Hold on. Oh wait, there we go. That's what she said. 120. I can pull free $99.99. So $99.99 and Black Friday $69. That's what she said. $99. Dartherian. Oh man, just going all the way for the top of the charts here. $1,000 almost. John's flipper price $149.99.
You know it.
$145, $10, $60, 79, $109.99 with a scare glow. Ghost poppers. Now, if you throw a CGI scare glow in there,
Mattel knows what's up. If they want to sell this, they throw scare glow in there.
Woo. It'll be crazy. Better come with an exclusive Eldritch figure for $75.99. That's fair. Origin, Snake Mountain, $79.99, $50, $75. Okay, a lot of people are in that $70-something range. Ryan Dole, $377 Canadian.
What's that converting to now?
about $5 US. I'm teasing, Ryan. I think $59.99. What will be the Ollie's price? It's gonna cost $90. All right. So, John, you're kind of up towards the upper echelon here of the thing, but okay. Final thoughts, John, on the the CGI Castle Grayskull.
I'm psyched. I'm really psyched. It's great to have another playset coming, even if it's not for Origins, not for Revelation yet. Maybe it's just, there's so much Masters on the shelves right now. Yeah. It's a good time to be alive.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree. And again, I really dig the CGI show. And I really dig the some of the figures. Like the first waves are a little but some of the recent ones I think have been fantastic. And for me, you all know I love playsets. I got a whole bunch of them in my collection. And the thing about playsets is just it creates a really dynamic display. And so having getting a Grayskull for this show means like, okay, I want to think of a display for just the CGI figures. And that takes my collecting to another level. And then for the kids, my kids really do this show. So I'll be curious to see if they really like this one, even though they're like more like, Dad, can you take down this playset? I'm like, sure, absolutely, go play. But anyways, we'll see. We did get a super chat in here. I do want to plus it in. Thank you for the super chat, Snell World. Holding out for a Masterverse Revelations, no magic Castle Grayskull. You know what? That to me would make sense for the 140. But John, since they've done one for Origins and now they're doing one for the CGI show, do you think there is space in all of that for a Revelations or a Masterverse Castle Grayskull?
Oh, I don't. I see us getting like small play sets, maybe a slime pit sized playset for Masterverse. A 7-inch figure Grayskull would be huge, even though they could scale it the same as classics. Yeah, but I mean, but still, that's not a 7-inch scale.
True.
I mean, He-Man does not fit on Battle Cat through the drawbridge.
You're right. Yeah.
It's a good 5-inch scale. It scales great with Origins.
Yeah.
But if they wanted to do a proper 7-inch scale figure, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't think so. And I think on top of that, I'd rather get vehicles for Masterverse. Yeah. I'd rather have, they showed us Bashosaurus, Rotons, Point Dread, or the Talon Fighter. So many great vehicles in Revelation that were just like screen accurate copies of vintage toys.
Yeah.
I'd rather go that route than play sets for Masterverse.
Agreed. And because I think, to me, like, I'm thinking of my Masterverse collection now, and I will say I was kind of wave one. I was like, and some of the deluxe versions, I was like, it didn't sell me on them so much. I like Origins a lot more, and I like CGI, the CGI ones, because I really like the show. But the figures didn't really nail it for me on Masterverse yet. But if y'all had watched this past week, I opened up the waves 2 and 3. I did a live unboxing. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But have you opened those yet, John? They're fantastic. I don't know. It just seemed like it jumped to another level on waves 2 and 3. But now I'm like, oh, maybe I am all in on Masterverse now. Like, I don't know. Did you have a similar feeling with waves 2 and 3? I thought they were so much better than wave 1.
With wave 2, definitely. Man at Arms is a great figure.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I don't have wave 3 yet. Gary got it for me.
Oh, okay.
I still got to go get it from him. But I did get Triclops. I mean, not Triclops.
I've also got
Triclops, not Trapjaw.
Yeah, I've got your Scareglow waiting for you.
Yes, and the Scareglow. And I got to give you money for that. But the Triclops is a great figure for a deluxe. His extra pieces, the motherboard stuff, went right in the closet.
It did, but they're actually good. They're good accessories if you want it to look that way.
They are really good. Like the cape is nice. They did a really good job on like a set of accessories that just replaces another one.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that the Masterverse stuff, wave 2 definitely has improved over wave 1. But I still love the Mossman figure. I think the least exciting figures so far are He-Man and Skeletor.
Yeah. Yep. And the He-Man is, to me, when I got that extra head sculpt, sent it through the roof. And that's the only one on Wave 2 where I was kind of like the Tila head sculpt I thought was awful. So I need to get an upgrade for that one. But Wave 3 was, every single figure was fantastic. Even if I have concerns that Andra will be a bit of a peg warmer because it looks like it's that way already, it's a great figure. It's a great, like, it has soft goods. It's got cool little blaster accessories. The head sculpts look great. You got multiple heads to put on it. It's a really good figure. Wave 3, I think, is fantastic. But yeah, the motherboard, man, it's still freaking me out.
Yeah, and you know what? I think if however the cartoon plays out, if we find out more about the motherboard, like, I just don't like it. It doesn't do anything
Freaks
for
me out, man.
It's kind of annoying to me, especially when they say it over and over and over again.
The motherboard.
Yes.
Well, it seemed like at the end they were transitioning to the Horde anyway, so they might just stop the whole thing.
If there's some kind of payoff,
yeah,
I might get another Triclops and a second Trapjaw when I get the first one.
Yeah,
and display those figures as well in their alternate costumes. But I do like just how they look plain. Yeah. That's a great Triclops figure. It pairs really well, even with Classics figures. It's a good, if you don't want to spend money on a Classics Triclops, it's a good substitute.
I agree. One last bit of MOTU news. I mean, there was a lot in that investors chat. You know, I guess the TV shows top 10 for kids, and the toys, I think, are top 10 for like toys. So that's great. That's good news in terms of like
Masterverse took #1 action figure.
It did, and I was gonna pull up right here. Toy in the Toy Awards or Toy of the Year Awards or whatever. It won Action Figure of the Year, Masters of the Universe, Masterverse. So like it's doing well, and I hope. You know, it seemed like Mattel took a lot of time to accent the Masters of the Universe stuff at investor meeting, the analyst meeting, whatever it was called. So to me, that means they're still all in on making this stuff happen, and I think that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Their stocks have been incredible. You know, I own one stock of Mattel just to watch it, like just to get my updates. And so last year they had a 52-week high. And because when I bought it, it was like $18. Right now it's sitting around, I think it's close to $23 for a share.
Yeah.
Which is huge for Mattel. It hit another 52-week high again already.
Yeah.
This in 2022, and they said it's because of Masters and Barbie.
That's great.
You know, even when Classics was around, that wasn't even a blip on the radar.
Yeah.
You know, when 2000X wasn't around, it was nothing.
Yeah.
But now when they actually mention it, as part of a reason for the stock being so high, you know, that's great. You know,
that's really good.
And of course, here we are talking, you know, giving so much kudos to Mattel after dogging on them 2 weeks ago for the copyright strikes.
We're gonna keep them honest, right? We'll say like give you praise when you've earned it, and we're gonna tell you like you're screwing crap up when you do that. So
that's right. Yep.
That to me is a mark of being good people, right? It's just like don't shower praise but not tell you when you're being a jerk, and then also don't always say you're being a jerk because nobody's a jerk all the time, right?
Right. Yeah, we'll tell you how it is.
I mean, some people, I guess, are jerks all the time.
Yeah.
Keep getting dogged on like poor Playmates. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's see here. Yeah, congrats to MOTU, but the true champion is Ghostbusters. Listen, and I think Ryan Dole and a few others called it out here.
Yes, he did.
Ryan Dole, fake awards.
Fake awards.
That isn't the Jeffries. I will say the Jeffries was great.
The Jeffries was fantastic.
And I know it was kind of pre-taped, but I wish it would have been on live just because the like pent up resentment that Ghostbusters hadn't won for like a few in a row. I feel like maybe next year, if it's in person or whatever, like there needs to be some of that discontent happening in real time.
Yes. Yeah. And I felt Jake's pain when he pulled out Quint and said, "Why?" Why did Quint not get nominated? But I think if I could give one ask for the Jeffries, it would be an award for best likeness, because there's so many figures that are now based on, outside of figure of the year, or a property or whatever. How many figures we see where we look at it, where the Cobra Kai figures from the turtle crossovers, that would be the equivalent of like the Razzies for likeness.
Yes. Well, they had their opportunity for growth, which was kind of that, but I like the likeness call it though. I like it.
I think because, hey, there's Quint. Quint should have and would have won the
Slam
likeness
dunk.
category.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you there. But I just love how it became like any other award show where you're like, basically there's like Chris like, how was that not nominated? How did that win? And it was just like, even for the Jeffries, it had that level of drama to it. And I know I was in the chat like being very vocal, like, how did Ghostbusters not win? And it was just really fun. It was just so much fun. It was a really fun night.
I love Ryan going out on his hunt, the Great White North at the barge. That was so good.
All the clips are great. I feel bad because they asked me to, I did a clip and I'm not funny like all of them. So I just did an earnest kind of video and but all the rest were just so funny. So good. Oh my God. All right. Let's move on to I don't know how many when TMNT I just don't understand how there could have been so many TMNT reveals without a movie, without a new cartoon, without anything. TMNT somehow had like 75,000 drops for this quote unquote Toy Fair weekend.
Yeah. And not just from one company.
No,
from so many.
And new companies got thrown into the mix. It kind of blew my mind. And we're both big fans of Mad Hatter Reviews, friend of the channel. We've had him on. If you're watching right now, Mad Hatter, I feel your pain. But like, if you're a subscriber to his channel, and please do. And actually, I linked to one of his update videos in the description below. But just kind of seeing him try to process and talk about all the updates as they were happening was incredible.
He made a video, and then while he's editing that, another drop happens, and he's like, "I gotta go back."
And oh my God, just so much. And as I said at the top of the show, this was the original thumbnail for it.
That is so good.
And this is just being a toy geek and watching this in real time, and then seeing our friends like Mad Hatter cover it in real time. It was just so crazy because this news dropped for Playmates Toys doing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin figure and having this cool black and white exclusive. And this is what I thought to myself, and John, I want to kind of know what you thought to yourself, because we've given Mattel a lot of flack for regurgitating sculpts, even in those Cobra Kai sets. They were either awful Cobra Kai figures or just those regurgitations of those, 2012 was that those came out, maybe 2010. Yeah, those same sculpts. And so this news drops for this kind of Last Ronin figure, and maybe it has reused parts somewhere, I don't know, but I was like, hey, look at them coming out there and doing a new Turtles figure. And a pretty, this is like a more recent comic book thing. It's very popular. And I was like, good for them. And I was like, look at them getting out there and doing something. John, what was your thoughts when you saw this?
I was so happy for them. They, after so many years, they thought outside of their box, not outside the box, outside their box. And, it's like the little engine that could, they're finally going to get something new out, because even the NECA style turtles that they did in like the 4-pack, everything is like re-release. And it's a decent looking figure. It's a nice sculpt. It looks more collector aimed than any of the Nickelodeon stuff or anything. It's a nice,
cool.
They did a good box for it, nice window box. And then we all know what happened. I feel so bad for them. I feel really bad.
So, and this is where I as far as I know, all of these companies have to sub-license Turtles out from Playmates, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And
or Nickelodeon.
It was a Nickelodeon? Okay, maybe it's just Nickelodeon. Okay. Maybe that's because so they must not care about Playmates' feelings, these other companies, because the Playmates drops this, right? And it's like, hey, look, like we're both saying, like, this is a great step forward. This looks so much better than just regurgitated figures. And then Neca, it's not even like an official post. They just change their profile picture to their last Ronin figure. Let me pull it up here. So it's not even an official post. That's why this looks so small. Let me see if I can get it bigger. Of their last Ronin figure. And it looks so much better. And I just, if Playmates was a person and you like, you went out there, oh, look at you, go get him. And then just Neca comes in and it's like, bam, slams it down. Like, go back home. You're nice try. Because this one looks so freaking good. And where a lot of us were like, okay, I'll pre-order that at Playmates. Good for them. I was like, nope, I'm not. I'm gonna get this one whenever this one drops. We've joked about the Super 7 NECA rivalry. And then Playmates like, oh, we want to get in on the action.
Yeah, do you think there has to be some sort of chatter between any of these people now? And
I think so.
I mean, I know there's like a lot of like they have to sign non-disclosures. Even the sculptors working on this, if they're subcontractors,
sure,
a lot of these guys are friends. They know each other. So I like whoever sculpted the last Ronin for NECA and the last Ronin for Playmates. I feel so bad for the guy at Playmates. Because it's so much work went into it. It was probably like that proudest moment at Varner Studios. We're like, look at, like, we finally got the golden ticket. We're finally back at it. We're being original. And then you just hear like the deflation over the crowd inside.
Oh, hold on. This was the sound. Here we go.
And everybody's like, what happened? Oh, NECA put this photo up. We know what that means. They don't even have to say anything. They don't have to say anything.
They didn't. They took it down. It's not even up there right now, I think. Yeah,
they just went and stole Playmates lunch money and walked away.
Yeah, they really did. They really did. But you know what? Yeah, my comments, the Playmates needs to do the black and white version instead. That was kind of the exclusive one. If it was the same sculptor, Control C, Control V. No, not yet. There is no release. They just I can't imagine, like, it just seemed like such a just smackdown move because they didn't officially announce it. They only posted it they changed their profile picture to the Ronin figure the day, like, it had to have been within an hour of Playmates announcing their Ronin figure. It seemed like it happened like bang bang on Friday. I felt like it was yeah, exactly. NECA went Brock Lesnar on Playmates. They really did. To go boldly, I think it's a fair call out, but NECA's figure will last 5 minutes due to quality, whereas the Playmates version lasts 30+ years. Hopefully, if it has that level of build to it. Even some Playmates turtle figures, especially those earlier ones, those crotches will break.
Yeah. I mean, those old Playmates ones, if they have a tail, they don't have a tail anymore.
Yeah.
just ask Triceraton, Mondo Gecko, anybody.
Rest in peace.
Yep. But you know what? Maybe this is a renaissance of Playmates turtles. Maybe this is the first of what's to come. Maybe this is going to be the new turtles. Maybe they're going to redesign vintage a la Origins, Super 7, make it retail friendly.
Yep. And Michael Palmer, I think a lot of people are calling out here like an Origins like Turtles line, which I think is what we all want from Playmates. Like Mattel with MOTU Origins, we want a TMNT Origins. And the people called out a similar idea here, but plus and Michael Palmer is here. What is kind of cool here is it looks like they're creating a newish buck for their 4-inch figures, maybe a sign of things to come. And if we're looking at the silver lining here, hopefully a silver lining. We don't know their roadmap or anything like that. But a silver lining would be is if this is the start of them trying to do, retro style, but with better articulation, a la MOTU Origins, TMNT Origins. I think we would all be pumped for TMNT Origins.
Definitely.
And yeah, I think that's the best case scenario. Sam says, is Playmates usually geared more towards kids? Otherwise, I can't imagine Neca would try to antagonize Playmates like that. I don't know how you don't look at it and see it as like I don't know, some type of throwback, clapback, whatever response. Like it was cold. Yeah, it's stone cold running Neca. It was stone cold. It was brutal.
It was.
I'm not my guy. I'm vengeance.
It's not only us talking about this. This is it's internet wide. This is the slam down from Neca on Playmates.
Yeah, but again, if I'm Playmates and I'm that scoper, I'm like, screw you, Neca. We're just gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep pushing. Don't give up, because I think again we'd all love a TMNT Origins line.
Yep.
So if this is what you're working towards, if this was your step towards that, keep at it. Because NECAs are expensive. They're brittle. They have paint issues from time to time, especially the Toon stuff for me personally. NECA's not perfect. Neither is Super 7. Super 7's great. They're really expensive, though, and they've had some misses, too.
Yep.
So nobody's perfect in terms of the TMNT world. So Playmates, keep at it, because an Origin-style Turtles would be awesome. I don't think it has to be expensive. I think if they keep it in that Origins price point, Origins was $14.99. I think with inflation now it's like $17.50 or something like that.
Even
it's a little bit bigger, 4.5. Origins is a little bit bigger than the vintage.
Only because they could stand upright.
Yeah,
like they can. Their knees can extend.
But I think if they did an Origin style, it would give you that. Because there's tiers, right? Like NECA's kind of that mid-tier price. Super 7's the most expensive of the reasonably priced fee. I mean, I don't think Super 7's reasonable price anymore, but of that scale versus like a Mezco or a premium style figure, which is in that $80, $100 ish range. What Mondo was what, 150? I don't know what those went for, or
150, 200.
That's to me like upper level, upper price, premium stuff. Super 7 kind of straddles that line between more regular collector stuff to premium. And so I feel like Origins could sit in that sub $20 category and do really well for itself.
Yep. You know what Playmates should do? When this gets sent out to market, wherever it's available, they should do on the title, it should always say now the first Last Ronin.
Yes, 100%. Yes. Oh, that was a good one, Sean. That was a good one. If they did TMNT Origins, I'd sell my Ultimates bearded toy guy.
Oh no. Shame. No. You will regret that 100%.
Brian Brink, but who wins the Jeffrey Likeness Award, NECA or Playmates? I think NECA, yeah.
Yeah, NECA, absolutely. NECA made the Quint, and Quint already won.
Oh my God. Go Bowley. I just think NECA products are totally some money for what you're getting. Articulation you can't use because of the break, or you have to heat up to use. Ain't nobody got time for that. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. No, I agree with that. I haven't had as many issues with NECA, but I know those issues are there for sure. For sure.
They've gotten better, but I can't speak to any of the turtles from NECA. I don't buy the NECA stuff.
I've gotten I love the 1990 movie. I've strictly stuck to 1990 movie. I've not done Secret of Ooze. Playmates original Last Ronin. Gray Fox, Bearded Toy Guy, I'll buy your Ultimates for cheap. Ryan Dole says neither. McFarlane Bruce Wayne wins. Oh my god. NECA TMNT has improved big time. That's from Comics. You can check out his channel, by the way, Comics 1017. Does a lot of turtle reviews, both Super 7 and NECA. So definitely check that out. All right, Gabriel, let's close out here. In the near future, Super 7 version will be perfect. For now, Playmates version match perfect with the vintage line. The NECA one only match with the comic line. So there you go. Eric Munoz, too much stuff coming out. Gotta focus on only one line. Mythic Legions. Let's add it to a list of maybe topics one day if there's no news. If you only could buy one line, what would it be? Right? That's a tough one.
I think, we can wait. We can talk about that another time.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. More turtle stuff. Good Lord. Quarter scale cartoon Leo. I don't buy this stuff, but it looks cool.
Yep.
So I'm happy for those people.
I'm happy for the people who have the room to display quarter scale.
Yeah. Well, Matt Hatter has it there in his shelf behind him for most of his videos. So I know it'll go right there. I know where it's going to go on his display.
I have the quarter scale NECA 66 Batman still in the box. Still right there on the floor.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's team up for that. Choose your own. Yeah, exactly. I think that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Well, Ryan, we got to do our toy showdown. We got to do it in March. That's what I'm feeling like. March, middle of March, sometime. Our toy showdown. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna brand it as that. Geek Dead Life's Toy Showdown. I don't have to ever use the debate word again. All right. So many TMNT reveals. Let's try to just quickly go over the good ones, I guess. These guys, I only watched the first couple seasons of that show. I didn't stick around for too long. So there's some characters I have no idea who these people are. Do you know?
I don't know. I have no idea about these characters.
But for those that want them, awesome. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was this one I know from the comic book. It's Renette, right? So I know her. I just don't see that selling very well. I don't know if there's like enough people. Oh, okay. Mutinimals from Archie Comics. There you go. All right, Archie Comics. Thank you.
When I first saw this figure, I thought that because I saw NECA, I thought it was going to be something from Flash Gordon.
Yeah, it's definitely Kirby-ish. It's very Kirby.
Yeah.
The Mighty Mutinimals. So that's who these guys are.
Nope. I don't know anything about the Archie Comics.
I had them as a kid, but I wasn't like I had every single issue. It's kind of like I had like 5 issues and I just read those over and over and over again.
Yeah, I had one issue. That was it.
My favorite, I think, was the Ray Fillet issue. I think I had a book on Ray Fillet too. I loved Ray Fillet as a kid. He was one of my favorites. But so there you go, Mutinimals. So for those that want Archie comic stuff, that's great. I'm really happy for those people. Bearded Toy Guy. They look like Thundercats cousins they don't talk about.
It's like Lenny and Squiggy for the Thundercats.
Let's see. Renette's. So somebody said they look like Rita Repulsa for a second.
Yeah. It's like concept design Rita.
Yeah. Let's see, Jeff Morris. I found GDL because of the debate. So 100%. It's more of just a joke about we don't call it debate anymore or whatever. But I think what we'd like to do is something like that, but less animosity, more just having fun with it. I think a lot of fun. But still stand by the debate. I think it was a historical moment for the show.
And there needs to be a safe word if it starts to get too serious.
And then we've got our next Universal Monsters TMNT. Michelangelo as the Mummy. There's been a lot of callouts that his face looks like the Jim Henson ones that have just like,
that have deteriorated.
Yeah.
And there's
and it really does. So I love that kind of homage in this one.
That's what I like the most about this figure. I like the other Universal Monster turtles from NECA so far.
Yeah,
but I'm still waiting for Super 7 to do the toy styles. But I do really like this because of that big nasty grin.
Yeah. Yep. It's cool. It's really cool. I still don't. I'm not gonna buy them, but it's cool.
Yeah, I'm happy it's out there for everybody.
I want the S-Talkin' GDL After Dark. If we, my goal was always if we hit 10,000 subscribers and really close to 10,000 subscribers, we would do a Patreon. And maybe if we got a Patreon going and it was running, maybe we could do like a Patreon exclusive, no holds barred.
When we talk like we actually talk.
Yeah, exactly. Where we actually get to be rated R.
Yeah.
People don't realize in real life I curse like a sailor, but when I'm in this mode, I don't.
I consciously work at keeping it clean.
Mike says safe word toy guru.
Don't say it 3 times though.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Yeah, I've not seen. It's one of those things like I haven't seen him in retail. So maybe if I saw him, maybe I'd be whatever. Ooh, I'd pay money for uncut change. Well, again, let's get us to 10,000 subscribers, and we'll get that Patreon going. That'll be exclusive. Toy Geeks After Dark. Potty mouth. I subscribe to GDL Patreon. Well, again, I have some fun ideas for the Patreon. I think again, it's kind of I have it set, you're close to set up or whatever, but just waiting on 10,000. So if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, hit that subscribe button. I think we're only 600 and something away from 10,000 subscribers. And I always said to myself, because I've done Patreons before for other things, and it's a lot of work. So I was like, it has to, there has to be enough people to make it, like worth the time for everybody. But if we hit 10,000 too, I also have merch planned for whenever that happens. So Toy Geek shirt, Geek Dad Life shirt, anything can happen. So 10,000 subscribers. And maybe I could do a 10,000 subscriber raffle. That'd be great too. Anyways, the closer we get to 10,000, the more all these things can start to happen. So get it. We'll see. I don't think so. That'd be great, but I don't think so. We'll see. Patreon exclusive 3-hour-long Stump John.
Nothing but Dungeons and Dragons, and I win none.
150 likes to get a classic JF bomb. I try not to on this show. It's not that I'm against it. Again, I curse a lot in real life, but it's more of if parents are listening or whatever, and their kids are listening. I just don't want to. I don't know. That's kind of the, there you go. The first rule of GDL After Dark: we don't talk about it. Oh my God, 10,000. We choose a tattoo for Jay.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I bet it would be.
What would it be?
The No Ghost logo.
Out of all the things, I would definitely. There was many a time like, oh, it'd be cool just to get like the No Ghost logo where the patch would be on the fit suit. I'd be down for that.
And you know what? There's some artists that are doing these patch tattoos now where it looks exactly like a sewn on patch. Ooh. Where they so like the white of the ghost where they might have used like black thread.
Yeah.
In the like it looks so much like a patch, and they do the shading so well. There's actually a guy in Cary that does them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's the goal. Oh, and somebody asked, do you have any ink? No, I have no tattoos. My body is pure of any. I don't have anything against tattoos. I've just never found something I would like enough to have on me forever. aside from my wife. That was awful. That was so bad. Sledge, you shut your mouth. Oh my gosh. All right. There you go. Ghost Poppers, thermal mugs, and balloons for the kids. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's keep moving here. Mezco. And oh my God, near Mad Hatter, just his video today on this was so funny. So yeah, Mezco is they're doing a lot of great stuff. I dig this Haunted Mansion for one.
Mm-hmm.
That's freaking cool.
It is.
I kind of really want this. I don't know where I'd put it, but I really want it.
I want, like, I wish I could just get the house and the ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen like the Mezco, whatever that scale is, like the 4-inch scale stuff in person. And I wish I asked Ted last week about the Batcave, the 66 Batman set, because he had it, he posted it in a haul picture.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, like, is it worth the money?
Yeah.
For the Mezco 66 Batman set.
Well, how much is this set? It's probably somewhere.
The other one I think was 125-ish.
Yeah. But still, the main thing here on Mezco is just like them joining into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fray. I gotta say, like, I thought the Mondos were really cool, but I was like, I didn't buy them. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna buy these. John, what's your thoughts?
I mean, I like some of the Mezco stuff, but I'm back and forth on it, you know. And I'm gonna be really, really choosy with it.
Yep.
You know. I mean, hey, I'm glad for Mezco's people, because there's a ton of collectors that they are so strict with just collecting Mezco. Mm-hmm. And maybe they'll say, well, I'll get turtles when Mezco makes them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I kind of want to see better pictures of them.
Yeah.
Because right there, even though they look like figures, it still looks like a rendered photo.
Yep. And Justin, I think, asked a good question. Are these supposed to be comic or cartoon? They look more comic.
Yeah, again, they look a little comic-y with the skinny neck.
Yeah.
Sort of.
But again, I kind of wish somebody would just maybe Neca just come back and do those comic ones again, or somebody else do it. Because those are still, to me, in my mind, the best comic style ones.
Yeah.
And it's actually, the first, but those Neca ones I think look better than these, to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would just like Neca be like, we're re-releasing. That would be, oh my God, if Neca said we're gonna re-release those comic book turtles, that'd be huge.
I don't know why they don't. They should just go. They should go get their molds back from the person in China that's been making them for the past 15 years, and start making them themselves again.
Yeah,
because I mean they're crazy hard to find. Super hard to find.
Phineas Fogg, our turtles in public domain.
You would think.
It seems like it. I don't understand it. But I'm here too. Super 7 is good for me. Yeah, they are T-Ponder. Yeah, they are in comic poses. But but they do that with other figures too. But
yeah, it's just more turtles to choose from.
Yeah, and to me, it's so saturated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not buying these. But if your whole toy room is just turtles, absolutely, you're probably picking these up.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not. I just don't have the room for it. I gotta, figure out all these Super 7 ones. That's it. That's it, really. What are we laughing at?
I'm just thinking the amount of companies making turtles. It's ridiculous. I'd say it is oversaturation.
It is,
and it's not in a good way.
And the same, a few people have called this out. Same with GI Joe too. GI Joe is kind of over the top.
Mm-hmm.
But our friend Toy Shiz had some other NECA reveals. All right, we didn't even talk about these. You're right. The NECA store getting these 2-packs out. Again, I think this is from the show. I know the Dimension X soldier guy, but these other guys, I don't remember this episode. So
I kind of remember that seeing them in an episode, but I don't know. I don't remember enough. I haven't gone back and ever watched Turtles again since I was a kid.
I started, and it's one of those cartoons that just doesn't hold up.
Yeah.
I really love the first season, those first 6 episodes. So if I rewatch it with my kids, it's those. But for me, I just love the movie so much, and I love the toy so much. It was kind of like I just did my own story most of the time. But I had the first 6 episodes on tape and some of the Burger King tapes, and that was it. But I didn't really stick around all that long. So more of this stuff. For the Toon Line collectors, that's great. I'm really happy for you. But I'm all in Super 7.
Yep,
for sure. Let's see. But then the Predator stuff looks really good. We don't have a lot of time to hang on to everything. But all their Predator stuff looks great.
Yep.
That's there, John.
That's one I recognized because that's from Predator 2, the Danny Glover Predator. I recognize so few Predators from NECA now because they're just, seems like they've done 1,000 of them.
Yes.
But hey, it looks good. It's a good looking figure.
Yep. I'm with T Ponder here. For me, the first movie, the second one, even as a kid, I was like, and then by the third one, I was like, Mom, can we just go home? This isn't that good. But the comics as well. And again, I think the first season is pretty good for the cartoon for me. But that's just my own opinion. I'm not saying my opinion is the same as everybody else's. But okay. Our friend Toy Shiz got to have the Gargoyles reveals. And they look just as good as I thought they would look. John, I plan on picking up all of the unique figures here. I'm not getting, what's his name? Was it Thalrog? Thalrog? I'm not getting. But the rest of the characters I plan on getting.
I decided to pass.
Why?
Well, I found Goliath for the first time in the wild on Saturday, yesterday. First time in the wild seeing him at Walmart. I picked him up, scanned it because I didn't remember how much he was, and it was like it was $42. And then I said nope, because the rest are going to be $42. And when I start down this path, I can't justify this right now. There's so much Masters coming out. We're at almost $60 a piece for Ultimate Turtles. I just said no. I gotta pump the brakes on these. I don't really have a big connection with the cartoon.
Sure,
but I just love the figures, the original figures. These designs are incredible. The sculpts are great. But with the wings and everything, displaying these figures is going to be a task.
That's where, to me, like if they're all the wings are open like this, I feel like it is a flying display.
Yeah.
Where you kind of, I'm even thinking about like if this wasn't kind of a bit of everything, a menagerie of all the things I love, I would hang it in that little alcove right there and just have them kind of all flying there. Like I feel like that's how I would do the display, and that's how you kind of get around the wingspan, because then if you have enough depth, you can vary the heights, and so then you kind of have them all
sort of hovering in different levels. Yep.
Yeah, and then you can kind of fill out the space, and to me that's how that's why I love playsets. It's like it's getting the scale right, because you want to have, if you have a square, you want it to kind of fill out in 3 dimensions all the way to the top of that space relatively. So usually for me, it's like flying things in the air, buildings kind of taking up that middle section, and then figures in the front. And that's how I kind of always think about that. But I totally understand that. Like if you don't have a big connection to it, the price has gone up on them, even though I still think at $42 they're worth it. But I do think they can't fly, they glide. Fair, Sean Phillips. Gonna have to create mobile and dangle these things from a ceiling. There you go. Dolphin, pick your battles. Money can't win the toy war collection. That's fair.
Yep.
Neca said smaller characters will come with caped wings to change out. Again, I think the caped wings, there's a way to figure this out, but it's difficult. They are expensive, and if you aren't big on it, I totally understand where you're not going with this line.
Yeah, I'm going to appreciate these figures from afar.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair. I'll tell you what, Elton John, as a kid, one of my favorite artists of all time. You remember when McDonald's would sell tapes or CDs and stuff like that? Do you remember that? Like VHS?
I do. Mm-hmm.
And I think I got like a Elton John greatest hits from McDonald's in like 93 or 94 or something. I don't know, whenever that was. And so I became obsessed with Elton John. I think it was 94 because it was around the time The Lion King came out and stuff like that. So it was just like all about Elton John. I honestly, I feel bad I don't listen to his music as much anymore, except for when it comes on the radio. But still, iconic rock and roller. And pretty cool. NECA's doing their own kind of Elton John figure. With it, it's not a Dodger uniform, which is great because I hate the Dodgers. No offense to Dodger fans out there. But it's pretty cool. Like, I want to see other rock stars. I really want to see a Beatles set. I'd love to see a Led Zeppelin set.
Oh man, yeah.
So I don't know if I'll get this per se, even though a big fan of Elton. But I hope this is maybe the start of, because those, was it the greatest action figures ever thing, whatever that is. Those rock and rollers stink. They look bad.
Yeah.
And so
the majority of those figures look bad.
They do. And McFarlane has done a few, but they're usually staction. They don't really hold together that good. And Migo's done a Jimi Hendrix, and I think another company did like a Jimi Hendrix and a Jimmy Page or something like that. Maybe that was McFarlane still. I don't know.
McFarlane did those.
Did they? Okay.
Yep.
And the problem again, Jimmy Page is without my favorite guitarist of all time, but that figure just like it kind of starts to lean over, and it's like I would love to see something like NECA do something like this with some other rock and rollers.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really hoping because they did that sort of Staction-esque figure. They did the Elvis last year, I think NECA did.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping for an upgraded Elvis figure, in the style of this, where it's a lot more posable. Yeah. I'm a huge Elvis fan.
Yeah.
And then, let's go down the wormhole of, classic rock acts. I'd love, even though I doubt it will ever happen, a Gilmore and a Roger Waters 2-pack, or I know that'll never happen.
Talk about party, like
I know, but
parties that will never join.
But maybe they can join together in toy form.
A Pink Floyd set would be great.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my, could you imagine those negotiations? Like, oh yeah, it's David Gore. Oh yeah, NECA, sure, I'll be in that. It's like, oh great, it's a Pink Floyd set. It's like, is Roger gonna be in it?
Is Roger gonna be there? Yes, but he wants 95% of the profits.
I'm out. Sorry, NECA. We'll not get any Gilmore in this. But there's so many. For the Ramones, Freddie Mercury. Oh my God, Freddie Mercury, or just Queen. Like I want all of Queen. Like to me, it's Freddie Mercury, but also a big. I'm blanking on his name now. The dang guitarist.
Brian May.
Brian May. Thank you. Good Lord. Trade in my Michael Jackson would be great too. Thriller MJ. NECA Guar would be great. Like I just think there's such an opportunity to have really good rock figures.
Yeah,
and you have to just stick to rock. You could do hip hop, rap, country, pop, whatever. Like I just,
it's an untapped market for NECA.
Yeah,
I mean it was successful for McFarlane for a while. Between Kurt Cobain and Slash and Jim Morrison and the Hendrix figures that he did. Post doing Kiss and Metallica figures, when he started doing the single pack figures, they were pretty successful. But like you say, they don't hold up over time. They're, you look at them wrong and they fall over and break.
Yep. A lot of Prince I agree. I mean, Prince.
They should do a Prince motorcycle set, Purple Rain set.
Oh, the Purple Rain motorcycle.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing. Oh, that'd be great. Ryan Dole, Celine Dion. How can you tell he's from Canada, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm surprised. If anything is coming from Canada from NECA, it's going to be Rush.
Ooh, yes, Rush. Oh my God. And then have that insane Neil Peart drum set that's just like
it's like
completely ensconced in toms.
And it's going to take you 18 hours to assemble it.
Oh my God. And I love who said the Oneaters first? The Wonders. Big fan. Bearded Toy Guy, big fan of that thing you do. But again, I think Beatles. There hasn't been a lot of Beatles stuff. And especially with Get Back being in like, I would love a rooftop, like the rooftop set with them on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really cool.
Oh, that was Nick Dupison.
Who?
Who you just put up there? Oh, yeah. Outcast. Yeah. We met each other at PowerCon back in 2017.
Oh, okay.
When he was dressed up as Trapjaw.
Boom. All right. See, reconnecting here live on the show. That thing you do is not a flop. Don't you dare say that, Black Phoenix. That is a fantastic film.
I've never seen it.
You haven't?
No.
That's a good one. Okay, McFarlane. I feel like this happened a lifetime ago, but I think it was Thursday. Now, when I think I first saw these boxing figures, I was like, okay, another 2 figures that no one's going to buy.
Mm-hmm.
They look good, but then you have the Eartha Kitt Catwoman, and you have where's the Penguin? Where are you at, Ping? Here we go. Boom. And you've got Penguin. Definitely going to pick these 2 up. John, what's your thoughts here? I think we're both fans of the 66 Bats line from McFarlane.
Yep. Going to get these, and probably the boxing Riddler and Batman.
You think it really? Okay.
Yeah.
So why these versus the surfing ones?
I'm not a big fan of the surfing ones, especially, I mean, we got them before. Mattel did them. They weren't
right.
They weren't anything new, but I just like this boxing, the look with the boxing gloves and the shorts or the trunks, and then putting the, snapping the, the pow, ouch, the word bubbles.
They finally have use.
They finally have use. Although in my display, on my shelf, everybody has a word bubble snapped on, attached.
This is, wait a second. How does he not? I didn't realize he's not coming with an umbrella.
Well, nobody has come with an accessory.
No, but Penguin needs an umbrella.
Maybe we'll get an accessory pack.
McFarlane, just trade. Oh, come on now. You need an umbrella here.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't doing no kapows. He's got an umbrella to do the kapows for him. That seems absurd to me.
It is.
Out of arguably any Batman Rogues Gallery, is there an accessory more important than the umbrella to Penguin?
No. Or to anyone from the 66 Batman series.
Mm-hmm.
The Penguin's umbrella is the most critical to have with a figure, outside of shark repellent.
Yeah, and that's kind of like a fun thing. It's not a need to have. It's a fun
right.
thing to have.
Yeah, but
Penguin's got to have the umbrella.
But we haven't gotten any accessories, so we need to have an accessory pack.
Yeah,
with batarangs. I'd like to see like some sort of cool, table saw thing that he straps Batman gets strapped to by the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
We need something like that, and a big accessory set.
And his cigarette, his
on the what is that thing called? I can't remember. It's like that cigarette holder.
Yeah, like Cruella de Vil has, like, the fancy people have. I don't know what they call it.
Yeah. They got those and the things that hold up their socks.
But I think the Eartha Kitt looks great. And there's multiple Catwomans, but if I had to pick, even though I don't think she played her as much, I don't know, I feel like Eartha Kitt is like the one I would go with. I don't know. What do you think, John? I think that's who I would go with.
I do want them to release everybody.
Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah, they will. But I think she was the most hoped for.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And I think Super 7. Oh, let's not forget them. They're dropping these cool reaction Mickey and Friends figures. And I love the Mickey shorts. I wish Disney Plus would organize them better so they were easier to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But I love watching them with my kids. They love watching them. I feel like Donald Duck should have come with little Chip and Dale figures. Yep. This one. But these are really good. Still, I'm not going to buy them because they're too damned expensive.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll find them on clearance or something. I listen. I bought those. I bought the whole set of the Roger Rabbit ones. So I did that. I did my part. Super 7.
If we get certain Disney ones, I'll buy. But these ones so far, I'm not interested. They look great.
Yeah,
but that's it.
Right. One last thing here on it, and again, I know we didn't hit everything of the week, but there's just not enough time. We'd have to do like a 7-hour show to do that. But I agree. Disney Plus, there's a lot of good content there. I wish they would do it. Agreed. The new Mickey Mouse cartoons are fantastic. It's like if Mickey Mouse was Ren and Stimpy. Those new ones, they're fantastic. If you haven't
really, I haven't seen any yet.
I don't know what they call it. I don't know if they're organized under like some type of umbrella, but they're shorts. So like maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes each or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. Is it Mickey Mouse and Friends or whatever? But it's like a new show they've been doing for the past 3 or 4 years or so. They made a ride of it. They replaced the Great Hollywood ride with that new Mickey style story. Anyways, it's really, really good. Yeah, slapstick acting, humor, fantastic. Yeah, it's really, really good. It's really, really good. Okay. No, it's about Ready to Be Home. So, I'm with you, PTB. But again, I think you should get to the point, like John's saying, you just have to pick and choose. Like we can't buy it all.
Yep.
Oh, thank you for this one. I thought I did plus this up. Those Prodigy figures from Playmates did look really good. I'm not buying them because I don't know the show. So please don't get mad at me to go boldly. I have not watched that show. But they look good. These figures look really good from Playmates.
Yeah, they are cool looking figures.
Yeah.
Even if you're not into Star Trek or the show.
Mm-hmm.
They look fun.
Yes, Evelyn, we did talk about the new Chip and Dale trailer on Screen Geeks this past week. I'm really excited for it. It seems like a continue. It's Lonely Island, that crew, John Mulaney, and Andy Samberg. Very excited about that. Phineas agrees on the new Mickey shorts. Lawless Teens in Space. We need Mickey Ghost Hunters. Absolutely.
King of the Hill is coming back?
It is. Yeah.
Is that going to be on Paramount with Beavis and Butthead?
Maybe. This is a Mike Judge thing. All right. So those of you, sorry, I jumped ahead to it. Those of you that know or been with us for a while on this channel know that's one, my actual main car died, I don't know, 6 months or so ago. So I have not had a car for a little while. Again, still had our Colleen's old junker RAV4 from like 2004. And then we bought a minivan. That's kind of the main ride. But I work from home. I take my kids to and from school and then toy hunt. That's about it. I don't need a car. But then I was like, if I did get a car, I would definitely want to get a DeLorean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absurd. It's totally stupid and irrational. Like, why would you ever buy it? It's not a good car. Blah, 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 blah. And I even entered into that thing to win a DeLorean, and I lost.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. You would have known. Oh, we're at 147 likes. Listen, only a few away. I will do a live unboxing this week of a bunch of Origins figures and horses.
Everybody's guessing. Jay bought a DeLorean?
I didn't. I swear to. Well, let's expand that a little bit. So anyway. Colleen is like, if we get another car, it's going to be an electric car.
Mm-hmm.
And so it kind of basically limits a lot of the options, I guess. I guess Teslas are kind of the big thing, but then it's Elon Musk and like screw that guy, I guess. He kind of seems like a jerk to me, but whatever. But so I've kind of been like, then I just won't get a car then. If it has to be electric, then I'll just still not have a car. Whatever, it's fine. Maybe I can try and convince her to let me get a DeLorean. But news dropped this past week, John, that the DeLorean is going to be coming back as an electric vehicle. That's all they showed us was this little that's that silhouetted image. So you can sign up for information at DeLorean.com.
Were you first in line?
I don't know. I doubt it. Like somebody sent it to me. So.
Although I don't think it's going to be or look anything like the original. It's just going to be,
I hope it has the gull-wing doors. So I hope it looks like a modern DeLorean or something. And it's electric.
You can put gull-wing doors on literally any car.
I know, but nobody does. So here, it just looks cool. And we'll have to. I don't know. It says it has hashtag luxury on there. So again, if this is like, I don't know, $100,000, I'm not going to get it.
Yeah.
But DeLorean Motor Company, can you make it not that so I can maybe convince the wife to let me get this one?
They're going to have to make it, it's got to be at a price that's going to make people want to buy it. DeLorean does not have a good track record.
No.
They can't just put out a new DeLorean and expect buyers to line up for something that's just a money pit.
Yeah. Renders FX says, I think 80s DeLorean was $35K. So in today's dollars, likely it may be 75, 100. Cool. Okay. But if it's made in America, isn't that new infrastructure deal supposed to be like $15K off a car? I don't know. I have to see the price. But oh my God, if it's like some high-end luxury car, then it's going to be out of the picture. Listen, they sell Porsches for like $50,000, right? So why can't there be like a relatively reasonably priced DeLorean?
But at the end of the day, would you be happy with it just because it says DeLorean on it and it's just going to be like another average type of car?
It depends. Like
with gull-wing doors.
But we don't know yet. So it's a wait and see how this thing looks. It's like, well, it's Colleen wants to do electric car, so she doesn't care as long as it's an electric car. And really, if you want to save the planet, I think you should just have like, better public transportation. So there's not a bunch of cars still on the road, but that's a whole nother story. But at least I guess electric's going in the right direction. Start the Patreon now. I'm going to need to.
We got to start getting foul mouth now.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a bit of an aside because the last bit of toy news I did want to talk about. John, we've had those regrets in our life collecting toys, right? Like where you could have bought something, you didn't buy it, and then you regretted it. One of those regrets, exactly. Colleen said, make sure you get the tax credit. Exactly. But yeah, like again, like regular cars are like $45,000. They're expensive. Our van was like $47,000.
Yeah, but, I mean, right now cars are up like 20%.
Yeah,
across the board, regardless of the car.
But isn't the Porsche the convertible one? Isn't it like $50,000? I don't know. I felt like it's like the reasonable, quote unquote, reasonable Porsche.
Probably 80 now with the price of cars. That's why I just keep fixing mine.
That's why I bought a car. Okay, so you have those regrets, and Colleen, if you could just earmuffs for a second, please. If you just earmuffs or leave the show, that would be great. So anyway. You have those toy regrets that you didn't get. And one of those for me was the Hot Toys Back to the Future DeLorean. Mainly because it was really big, and at the time I think we were living in our apartment, and there's no way I could have pulled off the 6 or 12-inch scale DeLorean from Hot Toys, even though it was going to be incredible, all of the above. But the second it shipped out and I didn't get it, it's just one of the things that's been eaten. I mean, I keep a watch list on eBay for those cars all the time. But they're thousands of dollars now if they ever do show up. And I was like, oh man, Hot Toys is never going to do another DeLorean. Even though at Comic-Con, I feel like 5 years ago, they teased the Back to the Future 2 DeLorean. And it had the hovercraft mods and everything and the Mr. Fusion. And really, I think for all of us, Back to the Future 2 is, I think, the most fun out of all the designs, right? Like, it has that for me. Colleen says, not a chance you're talking loudly through the floor. Listen, Colleen, if you just go in the bedroom. The problem is this, my office, our living room is like right above. Up here. Anyway, so Hot Toys announced their Time Machine DeLorean.
Oof.
And it's from Back to the Future 2. Working lights, a flight display stand. The wheels light up.
That is nice. You know what else it features?
Oh, look at this thing. Go ahead.
A payment plan.
It does. And so you can display it in flight mode. You can display it in just normal driving mode. Full glowing doors, working lights and sounds. It's got the Mr. Fusion. Oh, look at this thing.
That is really nice.
So you best believe. Everyone chill on the prices in the chat, please, if you could. That's I have started the payment plan on Sideshow Toys. I have committed to this DeLorean because I will not let this one pass me by. Maybe Colleen would never let me buy a real vintage DeLorean. Maybe she wouldn't let me buy an electric DeLorean. And maybe I can't win an Omaze DeLorean. But I can get this DeLorean, gosh darn it.
Yep. And it makes you feel a little better.
It does.
You got the second chance.
Exactly. This is my second chance. And arguably, I think this is the DeLorean I would want anyway out of the three, Back to the Future 1, Back to the Future 2, Back to the Future 3.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This is the one you want, right? You want hovercraft. You want the hover mode. You want the Mr. Fusion.
Because you're essentially getting the same car from one.
Yeah.
It's also two.
Yep. Boom. I'm already planning. Again, this is not coming out to like 2023. But I'm already planning on how I'm going to display it. I'm so excited. But here's the problem.
You got a lot of stuff coming.
I'm calling eye roll. I don't have the Back to the Future 2 Hot Toys. They brought back the Back to the Future 1 Hot Toys. They look really good. So, John, do you think they'll bring back the BTTF2 ones?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they brought them back. I bet they'll come back around. Because, I mean, with them showing this how many years ago? And it took this long for it to finally get to market. And then, I mean, still another year and a half away from delivery.
Yeah.
They've got to reissue the figures. Even if there's something different about it or they switch up the accessories, they got to do them again.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to. No, I know. Listen, I know Michael French had a lot of issues. Everybody, if you own a DeLorean, you just are going to have issues. It's no offense, but it is a lemon of a car. It just has a lot of issues. There's a reason the thing kept like breaking down in the movie.
There's a reason it went out of business real quick.
But I just, again, this out of any movie car, and I know, yes, Ecto one, absolutely, but those things that's a boat. Like I don't, you'd have to have like a an airplane hangar to like properly store a real Ecto one or the Cadillac Millimeter conversion ambulance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a long car. That's a lot of car.
It's a boat. But a DeLorean, I could clear out space in a garage and put a DeLorean in there. But anyway, but this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. So yeah, exactly. Cocaine and car design.
Isn't it about the same price as the first one?
It's not that much more than the first one. I think maybe $100 more.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No,
because I think the Batmobile, the 89 Batmobile was $800, and that came out before the first DeLorean. Yep. So that's not bad.
No,
that's, considering how much Hot Toys have gone up, that's still a good deal.
Listen, I'm all in. I've already set up for the payment plan. I think it's like $60 a month or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening, Colleen. I'm sorry. It's gonna happen. There's gonna be a chat after today's episode. Okay, and car design doesn't go well together. Generally, a Dodge Charger, right?
Yeah, 69 Dodge Charger.
It's a classic. It's a classic car, but to me, I didn't really grow up with Dukes of Hazzard so much. Back to the Future. It's always like Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, like two favorite kind of film franchises growing up. Mm-hmm. That movie just it's so seared into my brain. And anyway, I think your family and get the 8. We have a van. We have a Toyota Sienna. Kits, yep, from Knight Rider. That'd be a great one. But for me personally, it'd be the DeLorean. John, what would be your film car that you could have?
I don't know how many people even know this. There's a movie called Vanishing Point with I think it's a 70 Dodge Challenger TA.
Mm-hmm.
That's the car, and it's essentially a movie about a guy that just runs cars cross country, all hyped up on speed, and it's just like a race car movie. It's just like an old drag movie. It's awesome.
Yep, that's awesome. Yeah, and also that generally, like, I wouldn't want to be driving around with that on the top of my car personally. But yeah, Sienna for life. Listen, Toyota Sienna, all about it. It's a great car. John, at least admit, like, that thing's great for hauling toys around.
It is. You make one trip. That's all you need. One trip.
I don't need to rent a U-Haul van. I got a Toyota Sienna. The seats drop down and everything.
Oh, it's an RT. It's a 70 Challenger RT, not a TA.
Oh, okay. All right, there you go. Sonny Crockett's Ferrari Testarossa. That's a good one. Oh yeah, the Smokey and the Bandit car. It was a Trans Am.
Trans Am. Yep.
That's a classic one. A-Team van. Ash's Oldsmobile from Evil Dead. That's a good one. Kit. A lot of kits. Diamond Select BBTF 2. I have that one as well, I think. Screw a car. I want a Battle Cat. I like that car. I like that. Let's see. If I can have the Enterprise, then I'll take the Tumbler. Tumbler is pretty cool. That's a legit car.
Yeah,
right?
That'd be fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh, the Bullet Mustang. Bullet Mustang would be great.
Yeah.
What are you saying? What are you saying, John? Am I missing a comment?
No, my mother's watching. She just texted me.
Oh, she did. Hi, Mom. Roton. There you go.
There's so many classic good cars.
Yeah, there is. All right. Whew. God, we're almost at 2 hours. Let's do a really quick toy. I don't have that much. So, John, kick us off.
I don't have that much either.
Wait, you went to Charlotte. What did you get at Charlotte?
I know. Well, I'm not going to count like the stuff that I bought because it's like inventory.
Okay.
I did get. So from that haul, I got about 130 Legends figures, Marvel Legends figures. There was a few Power Rangers Lightning collection figures.
Mm-hmm.
There was some 90s Toy Biz.
Oh, Ryan will be excited.
I know, Ryan, if you're listening, it was some of the better stuff, like the more interesting, like from the Venom series of Along Came a Spider and the Planet of the Symbiotes. Some of those that were still carded. and those ones are pricey, so that was fun. But for the stuff that I'm keeping, these aren't keepers. I'm gonna sell these, but they're still fun. But
saying you got all of that for $52.
No. A couple of the Lightning Collection Power Rangers helmets.
Oh, sick!
But they don't have stands.
Oh,
so you just have to wear it all the time.
Nothing wrong with that.
You wear it in the shower.
Yeah.
When you go into work.
Yeah, well, it's like instead of a shower cap, say you don't want to get your hair wet, just wear a Power Rangers helmet.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And then there was also I might keep this because it's a nice display. The Legacy or the Lightning Collection, the Morpher set.
Oh, that's sick.
Which is nice.
I didn't realize it was displayed like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, and the coins are metal. They're real metal.
What?
Yep. It's pretty nice. But the stuff I am going to keep, another helmet. Another helmet.
Oh, which one's that one?
The Mandalorian Death Watch.
Oh, okay. All right.
Black Series.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure
cool.
Craig got a few of those cards. Duplicates.
They're pretty awesome. It is really cool. And then the other thing I'm definitely keeping, adding to the Black Series Junior selection.
Oh, yeah.
This is awesome.
Okay. Mine's still in the box.
Is it?
Maybe I should keep it.
It is so nice. It is really nice. I just need to get a boba for it.
John, 200 likes and John wears a Death Watch helmet now. Are we at 200 likes? Would you do that, John? Would you put the helmet on? Are we
sure
on the chat?
Yeah, I don't care. I'll put it on. That's it. I didn't actually get anything like out in the wild buying from retail or anything. And the stand is really cool for it too.
I was gonna say, okay, I was curious because the new Slave one came with the stand.
Yep. It just kind of cradles it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's easy enough.
Yep.
Okay.
It's awesome.
That's sick. Maybe I should keep it.
It's awesome.
The key again likes is to act like you don't want to wear it, John. Oh, good idea. Yeah, say, John.
I don't want to wear it. I haven't cleaned it. I got it from somebody else. It's weird. It's got
okay, right. I'm sorry. The ship formerly known as Slave One, or what is it called now? I forget the new name. I think he said it in the show.
I thought it was just Boba Fett ship.
Maybe it's just Boba Fett ship now. Okay, that's what it is. That one, which is fine. I'm not. This isn't a YouTube channel with a fish in the name. I'm not going to try and stoke rage over changing a name of a ship. Fine. All right. Fire spray. That's it. Fire spray. There you go.
That's what it's called now?
I think so. Yeah, fire spray. COVID-19. Fire spray or something. And I can't remember who said it. It made more sense if he's like, okay, I've turned good. I'm not a bounty hunter, so the Slave One doesn't represent my new thing now, so I want to name it something else. And name it some like Tuscan Warrior name or something like that.
Yeah.
That would have been kind of cool, but they kind of just didn't say anything about it. Just it was a new ship, so whatever. Anyway, is it my turn?
Yep, that's all I got.
Mine's a big bowl of disappointment, John, because let me tell you, we talked about my quest for toys yesterday. There you go. This would be the American name. Freedom won. Because freedom won. America. There you go. Bantha won. Oh, did he have a name for his Bantha? Maybe he could have called the ship because he had that connection with the Bantha.
Oh, yeah.
Really sweet.
They should have.
That would have been.
I don't think he named it anything, did he?
No, but it would have been cool if he named it and then he named the ship.
Jabba O'Reilly.
Jabba O'Reilly. Well, so good. Call it the Hasbro Pulse. Oh my God, slaved. Oh no, Gray Fox. Terrible. Name it. Comics name it. Grogu is the reason I'm here. Ship. Oh my God. All right. Okay. All right. Let's focus. Okay. So I went. There was a toy show happening this weekend in North Carolina, right? It was in Salisbury, North Carolina, which is kind of out. It's kind of towards Charlotte, kind of middle of nowhere, smaller town. But the gentleman that does most of the toy shows in this area, Wes Inside Pitch, does the show in Raleigh that we usually set up at. Very nice guy, and he added this show, and it was just like a day where we didn't really have anything going on family-wise. And kind of was like, you know what? Why don't we just make a day? I'll just drive out to Salisbury. It's a 2-hour drive-ish from Raleigh. And then go and see if there's anything there. And then there was an NC Underground toy swap in the afternoon. So I was like, this will be perfect. Like a day of toy hunting. I haven't done vintage pickups in a long time. This will be great. And even told you about it. And you're like, oh man, maybe some Greensboro people will be there, because the Greensboro show is the best show. So Zach wants to come with me. We do the trek. Oh, we're at 184 likes. So we're only 14 away to get John to wear the Death Watch helmet. And so Zach comes with me. He wants to join. And so we drive all the way to Salisbury. And there was nothing. I mean, if you go to a toy show and it's just it was like flea market stuff. And I just, like when you go and you want to buy things.
And flea market stuff can sometimes be good.
It can. But that's usually because there's a great deal, right? You get a thing that's super cheap and whatever. But everything was super heavy price. There was that one guy that sets up at our show sometimes. He has good stuff, but it's super to the max, high level price. So anything that was reasonable that I would want to buy was just way too expensive. There were some of the Inhumanoids, just the humans.
Yep.
The yellow guy, maybe it is that much now, but he wanted $1.65 for it or something like that.
Oh no.
And I was like, no. And so anything that I would have bought was just way too expensive. Luckily, I also wanted to pick up the new Top Series 1 baseball card sets dropped this week. So I knew I could find a jumbo pack of that. So I got that. So I did get a thing that I wanted to get. And then I'm a diehard Padre fan, big Tatis Jr. There we go. Tatis Jr. fan. And so one guy there had a Tatis Jr. autograph, baseball, PSA certs. So I picked that up, got a good deal on that, which I was pumped about. But that's not toys. So I was like, okay, the first one, the 2-hour drive was a strikeout, whatever. 10 more, really close. And so then it was going to the NC Underground toy swap. There was a ton of great stuff there, but nothing I really needed. One gentleman, the gentleman that I sniped that Alf coloring book from, and his son, he had a bunch of those commemorative He-Man figures from 20 years ago or whatever.
Yep.
A whole bunch. And he told me he would make a deal for me, but I was just like, I don't need them. I don't know where I would put them. So I didn't buy them.
How much did he say how much they were, a piece? Or
he did. He had prices. So I think all of the kind of non-main characters he had at $50 a piece. He had Faker at $75. He had Battle Armor He-Man and Skeletor, I think was at $75. He had both the original He-Man and Skeletor, I think for $200 for the two. And then he had the Battle Cat and He-Man 2-pack and the Panther, and he's selling that as a set for $400.
So everything that's all pretty average for
it's and he said he'd make a deal, but I was just like, I don't need it. I don't need it. At $199, I will hit the 200. There you go, Landlanderos. I love it. So I was just like, no. And so there's a few things I was just close, but not quite enough. But one gentleman had this bad boy, so I picked this up.
Nice.
For $5. So that was a good buy, I felt like. And there was a box that said free, take one. Oh, I knocked over my stuff. Anyways. But but a box that said free, take one. And we've kind of joked about the Playmates Star Trek being $15 for the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in a box saying free, take one, I got this bad boy.
Ooh.
Old Man Riker. Admiral William T. Riker. So it's like a chubby, gray-haired Riker figure.
Doesn't get better than free 99.
And it was free. So, Playmates, I wish you all the luck in the world.
You're gonna
I really do on your Star Trek. I really, really do. But just so you know, your competition is boxes of free take one Star Trek figures. Let's see. Funny story about those MOTU Commander of Mattel sets. It's actually eBayed as clean figures as they could find actually remodeled recast their own stuff as originals were no more.
Yep.
Why were they free? He said he bought a lot and the guy just threw these in and he didn't want them. And so he just put them in the free bin. AARP Riker. Yep. Let's see. What's the number on his foot? His number. DBII 572.
That's the one I need.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. BII 572. Don't they put it somewhere else on the box?
Yeah, I thought they usually put it like on by the UPC code.
Yeah.
Like
just comes with a sweet card. Like, can these cards become really valuable like the Marvel Universe cards? Then
maybe
make it worthwhile. Some of these knocked over, but this was an eBay buy, so that's all it was. It was 6 hours of toy hunting and driving 2 Toyants, and that's all I got. But I did get Benny the Cab on eBay.
No way.
Benny the Cab on eBay.
So you're gonna do it? You're gonna do an opening?
I have completed the LJN Roger Rabbit Animates toy line. It is complete. And this set also came with some of the Bendy figures. I knocked them over, so let me get them real quick.
That's awesome.
Which it was kind of like he had to throw them in, I guess, because I didn't really care about them, but he had a buy it now offer, and I think I got him for $50 for everything.
That's not bad.
I didn't think it was too bad. But he had a Bendy, the Flexies Roger Rabbit, and had a Flexies Baby Herman. And since Super 7's not doing a Baby Herman yet, and Baby Herman was not part of the Animates line, this will be my Baby Herman for the time being. So got all of those in that set. So I'm pretty pumped about it. But yes, I have got the Benny the Cab for the Animates line. I have everyone now, so I can do a full review. But I feel like with the I ordered the Super 7 sets. I really do a video of the totality of the history of Roger Rabbit toys. So one of my goals for this channel was, once it was big enough, I would do stuff like this. So a new series that I want to do in this year of Geek Dad Life is a new series called, oh wait, oh man, I made myself big. Hold on. Stop share screen. There we go. Share the thing again. History of toy, Geek Dad's Life history of toys, right? 1,000,001 people do history of toy videos or history of whatever videos. Toy Galaxy does arguably the best of the best. It will not be that. It'll just be my version of that. But really focusing on the history of toys. I really want to do like just deep dives into certain toy lines. But for the first ever episode is going to be focus on Roger Rabbit. This is my artwork as it stands right now. It is not complete because I want to put the Benny the Cab like right in that space right there. That's the Super 7 Roger Rabbit. And basically, I just want to kind of go over the history of Roger Rabbit toys because it's so small. It's so weird how such a successful movie has had so little toys to go along with it.
Yep.
Oh, all right, John. It's Stump John in a helmet. How is that going to work? Can you see through the helmet, John?
Yeah. It's got the T-visor.
Okay. All right.
Well, I say that now. I don't know until I'm actually wearing it and trying to play.
Agreed. Toy Galaxy should have a toy history show on Disney Plus. I completely agree. So there you go. That's a future inbound video coming in on the channel, and it'll be under this kind of history of toys moniker, because it's not a review of a new thing. It's kind of talking about the whole totality of a thing. So that's what that banner will be.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome
on this channel. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. Anderson's Lawyers on the other line. His isn't toy history. I think it's history of whatever, I think is what he calls it, whatever the topic is. Okay. John, we're at 2 hours. We're gonna make this a quick one. This is a tough one. This one is gonna be so hard, and I'm so hold on. Sorry, I said it was gonna be so hard.
That's what she said.
But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But it is. It's that time again. It's time to test John on his knowledge of all things toys. Yes, this may be one of the most challenging Stump Johns of all time, something from our friend Darthian. So everybody, everywhere, all around the world, everybody at home, it's time to stump that show.
Shut the comments off.
Woo. Oh, there we go. Yes. Hold on,
I can see pretty good.
You can?
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now I see better.
I mean, hear you still too. This is great. I wish there was like that kind of mic feature, so you'd be like, "I can bring you in cold. Is it warm? I can bring you in cold."
It fogs up a lot.
It does it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I agree. You do look really cool. You look really, really cool. I wish I was cool. Colleen, why are you saying Colleen way better than DeLorean? Come on. Not cool. All right. So for those that are just tuning in, John is wearing the Death Watch Mandalorian helmet because we hit 200 likes in today's episode. I must say, much easier than having to put in eyeshadow for a review. Yes. But that's fine. It's fine. This is what the people have wanted. This is what they've asked for. So this is what we are going with. Let me make sure I have it here. So these are sent in from our friend Dartherian, who's hopefully still in the chat, so we can see what happens. But these are the accessories. Can I just stop that, Jay?
Oh, Jesus. Not the thing all the way on the bottom, but the one up from that, the bluish sword.
Mm-hmm.
Is it from Alpha Trion?
Let's see. Make sure.
From Transformers.
The blue one?
Yep. It's Alpha Trion. I'm trying to think of what that thing is called.
It is Transformers.
It's Transformers, Cybertron. What is that?
Shoot. Close. You're close.
It's really hard to concentrate. I keep fogging up. I need to get closer. Oh man, I know what that thing is too.
Okay, let me stop screen. I'm gonna make you smaller so I can make that one bigger. So hold on, let me. That's what she said. I know there's a million I could do here. Okay, hold on, I lost track. There we go. Okay, so you want to get closer on the sword?
Yeah. Oh man, I know the figure. I can't think of its name. Shoot.
People are saying try using the rangefinder. Maybe that'll get you across the finish line.
Doesn't help.
All right. Do you want to move on to a different one?
Yeah. Go to the top row.
Okay.
Man. The the top left corner. That's also Transformers.
You are correct.
Is it? It's not Lugnut, is it?
No.
I don't know enough of the names of the like Armada and Cybertron figures.
It is Transformers that the street light you're talking about, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's think about it. Go ahead.
All I can think of is Lugnuts, or it's not Mirage.
Okay.
I can't tell what that thing in the middle is. It almost looks like a flip phone.
It does kind of look like that.
Yeah, I won't get that. The thing on the right, I can't tell if it's a gun.
It is a gun. Yeah, hold on, let me zoom in.
Does that thing go to Power Rangers?
What?
In the middle?
It is Power Rangers.
Is it an SPD morpher?
Yes! Oh my god! Dang! Wow. Okay. All right.
Power the helmet.
It's
the gun is too dark to make out the details on it to see what it could be.
Okay. So
man, that's the stoplight is really bugging me.
It is Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's wow. I don't know how you got the SPD morpher, but good for you.
Oh man. Okay, I'm not going to get that gun. Definitely not going to get that. No. Nope.
Okay. That was the one I honestly thought you would have gotten out of all of them, but okay. This staff.
No, I'm not going to get that.
Okay. The glue sword.
Yep, and I can. Is it Vortex Prime?
Let me go back to the list. Oh, so close.
It's something Prime or something Vortex.
Oh, you're so close, John.
It's not Alpha. It's not Alpha Vortex.
You're the V and the Prime. That's the last hit I get. You're so close. You're on it. Right there.
I know. Shit.
We're getting into After Dark territory.
Is it? It's not Victorian. Victory. Oh. Victory Prime.
Oh, so close! Come on.
I'm not gonna get it. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna keep on guessing. I have it in my head. There was a white and like turquoise version, and then a brownish version of the figure was a repaint, and I can't think of the name.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. And this green one.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Okay.
No idea.
All right. Do you want the answers, my friend?
Yep.
Yeah, they were T-Poner. I think Atari Asteroids for the blue sword.
I think Atari Asteroids.
All right.
I'm drawing a blank.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's kind of hard to concentrate in this helmet.
Okay. Streetlight from Transformers Animated Prowl.
Okay.
SPD Morpher from Power Rangers Lightning Collection.
Mm-hmm.
G2 Megatron Gun.
Oh man.
I thought you would have gotten that one. That's the one I thought you would have gotten.
And I remember guessing his missiles.
So that one is a bummer. The next one, I would never gotten it. It is a Magic the Gathering Nissa Ravane staff.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff. I wouldn't have gotten that.
And then next up, you were so close, John. I'll give you like half a point here, but Transformers, Cybertron, Prime Sword, the V word that you were circling around, Vector Prime. Vector Prime.
And that's why I kept thinking victory, but Vector Prime.
And then last, it's another Transformers. Tail Sword from Transformers Energon Krulak.
I wouldn't have gotten that. I can picture the figure.
Yeah. Anyways, all right, John, you get that thing up.
It's like 115 degrees in there. I don't know how cosplayers do it.
That's rough. That is rough. Oh man. Yeah, John had carbon dioxide. Okay. All right. That's it. That's a super duper size episode of Toy Geeks. Oh man, John, that was a tough one. That was
tough. Rough. And of course, I only got the stupid morpher.
Oh, Riley Bob, John was stumped. This is the way. This is the way. We are crazy. That is Cosplay 101. Yeah, that is just, that is tough. Peter Toy Guy, great. So thank you so much, Peter Toy Guy. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Oh, my goodness. This was a lot of fun. So much stuff to talk about tonight. And later on this week on the channel, I think maybe Tuesday is my goal. Oh, yeah. The next, and I guess last, Ghostbusters Fright Features review for my channel will be dropped. Got all the kids, and this one is incoming. So when you see it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you aren't subscribed yet and you want to make sure you don't miss it, hit the subscribe button and that bell icon. Over 200 likes in the episode. Holy moly. It was a fun night. Flash Gordon, helmets on, clothes off. Oh my gosh. Black Phoenix, we'll get him next time. It never can. John will win again.
I'll get the next one.
Great show. Have a great week. You too, right? Everybody, have a great week. And until next time, hasta luego and goodbye. Take care, everybody.